My name is Eli Diamond, and I am the coordinator for this coming year of Section 1 of the Foundation Year program. And I was also myself, way back in the mid to late 90s, a fifth student. So, so I have a lot of attachment and devotion to this amazing program. Oh, it's all grappling with disaster, really. We've been thinking a lot recently, for obvious reasons, of plague and pandemic and so on, and there are no shortage of those in the ancient section. But what really comes to mind, just because it's such a devastating and visceral description of plague, is the Greek historian Thucydides writing in the at the end of the 5th century, beginning of the 4th century BCE, about the great Athenian plague that was spread all over the Greek world at the outset of the Peloponnesian War between Sparta and Athens, but really devastated Athens worse than any other Greek city. And so Thucydides actually lived through that plague. He talks about how he himself contracted the plague and survived it. There were so many people dying that they couldn't properly dispose of their bodies anymore. And he has these visceral descriptions of there were nowhere to put the bodies, so people would run with a corpse and throw it onto someone else's funeral pyre, the fire that someone had ceremoniously to give rites to the dead. And one of the effects that this extreme experience had, according to Thucydides, is it actually made people much more concerned about themselves. It created a kind of individualism. It created a kind of ceasing to care about the long-term or communal effects of your actions. Because what does it matter whether you're pious or not? That pious guy and this terrible person both ended up dead by this plague. One thing that does not really exist in antiquity, and that's why it's, I think, great to to start from a point that seems very strange to us from our contemporary perspective, is there are not really atheistic ancient civilizations. But belief in God or in gods is just the horizon that you never escape in any of these civilizations. So certainly we start by considering each of these civilizations and how it understands the relationship between what a human is, how that human is related to the natural world that they find themselves in, and how the human in nature in turn relates to whatever conception of divinity is operating in that civilization. I teach in the Dalhousie Classics department, but I do a lot of lecturing at King's, and a huge number of my own students are King's students. And I think this is something that is generally recognized by Dalhousie professors, is just know when somebody has passed through the Foundation Year program. Right? There's habits of writing, work habits, a kind of sophistication in the reading and the writing there that I always think are just such a testament to what FYP is able to accomplish with its students.